Hi, I'm Heather Steingraber. We'll talk a little bit about application tips. A lot of students ask me about these things because this is when it starts to get real for them. Applicants to our program should have a bachelor's degree or higher. It can be in any discipline. It should be from a U.S. accredited institution. Our rule of thumb is that we like applicants to have a GPA of 3.0 or better, and that's an upper division GPA, so that's usually the last 2 years of coursework. But now these are just rules of thumb, just guidance, because we really like to look at the application as a whole, so there are a number of factors that go into that. For more information, visit our website. You can also find information about international application there. The dreaded GRE question. Many students ask about this. If you already have an advanced degree of any kind, it can be a PharmD, a JD, a master's degree, anything like that, from an accredited U.S. institution, we can usually waive the GRE requirement for you. Otherwise, if you have to take the GRE, shoot for a 150 verbal and 150 quantitative. Students can start our program in any semester. Fall, which is around August, spring, which is in early January, or summer, which is in May. Sometimes people aren't sure if they're ready to start the program. It can be a big commitment of time, and especially if they have to take the GRE, a big commitment of resources. A little softer way to start is to start off as a non-degree seeking student or a certificate student. You do not have to take the GRE, and whatever courses you take can be transferred towards the master's later as long as you make a grade of B or better. I receive a lot of questions about the statement of purpose on the master's degree application. People want to know what we're looking for, and I often tell them, we're not looking for the most eloquent prose in the world. What we're looking for is something that's well written and well thought out that explains why you want to do this program. Why do you want to go back to graduate school? How does it fit into your long-term plans? When we're reviewing applications, looking for folks to start our program, we really review each one individually and holistically. So we don't just look at a GRE score or a GPA. We like to try to get as much of a sense of who the individual is as we can. So we'll look at your CV or resume so we get an idea what your professional background is like, what's your track record. We'll look at your statement of purpose so we understand how this fits into your long-term plans. And we'll look at your undergraduate record or your other educational record and your GRE. We'll also take into account conversations we may have had with you by phone or in person. Really, we try to look at you as holistically as possible, and we don't single out any particular one thing.